succeeding legends. Milan Brown, when he became the coach at Mount St. Mary's, succeeded Jim Phelan, who should be in the Hall of Fame with 830 wins. And then he comes 1 year after Ralph Willard, who was a legend here at Holy Cross.
Liner to Cavateo, try to take advantage of Venezia, and he drifts into the lane to deliver for Holy Cross.
You can tell he's worked on that move, that he was scouted as a guy who goes right, and now he's developed a move where he can go left in the lane. He's done that 3 times today. Nice pass.
And Colgate exploiting Holy Cross on the overplay. Crusaders looking to trap and force a turnover. And unselfishness for the Raiders, and Hoban now with 16 as a result.
I would venture to guess that Emmett Davis right now would tell you this is the best game his team has played all season. We have a double-digit lead on the road against a team that's been playing very well.
Stevens, a left-hander, tried to wrap it around and thread a feed into Keister, and he turns it over instead.
But as you mentioned, Bob, this Holy Cross team not likely to panic with a double-digit deficit. They have come from double-digit deficits from behind and won already on a couple of occasions this year, and almost beat Bucknell on the road after being down 14.
Down 14 here. James leaves it for Venezia, and you wonder about Colgate playing with a lead.
They have not done that much this year. They had a long bus trip in here last night. Emmett Davis, the last 2 hours were kind of hairy in the snow.
Like everybody in the Patriot League last night had a long bus trip, including American going to Navy. Took about 3.5 to 4 hours. Hoban off the head fake. Gives it up to Rolls. Pulls up, and with a bang. Too strong. Rebounded by Keister.
Give American credit for at least leaving on early enough to get to the game, unlike Towson, which left at 3 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game at George Mason in a snowstorm. And didn't get there. The game was postponed until today.
Good defense by Hoban, recognizing on the scouting report that Stevens goes left. Now Biner resets for Holy Cross. Keister bumps into Brandenburg, got him off his feet, and takes advantage.
Good things happen for Holy Cross when you get a touch for Cavateo and a touch for Keister.
10 for Keister. Been an all-rookie player in this conference twice, an all-conference pick twice, and Venezia, who was an all-rookie selection, delivers off the dribble.
Well, that's a little glimpse into what Mike Venezia can be if he can stay healthy. That, as you called it, was a step-back jumper and looked like an NBA jumper.
Venezia, a guy who really has never been healthy, even when he was one of the conference's top freshmen for Colgate. It's helped to complement the work of Mitch Rolls tonight out of that Raider backcourt. 14-point difference.
Venezia fractured a foot last year, had the knee injury this year. If he can stay healthy, he can make a huge difference for Colgate.
Fractured his foot in the 3rd game last year, a huge blow that the Raiders really never overcame. They had just gotten Kyle Romer back. He had missed the previous season as a standout in this conference. This is a team that's been hit by hard luck the last couple of years. Brown on the turnaround over Venezia.
The last time they were healthy in 2008, they won 18 games, which matched the high in history for Colgate, and went to the conference final and lost a very tight game to American.
Goins got caught on the reach. That's his first.
More importantly, it's the 5th team foul for Colgate here fairly early, which means that they're likely to put Holy Cross on the line for a lot of this second half. And how will Holy Cross shoot free throws? Trying to come from behind as a 65% free throw shooting team.
Goins really hawking the ball, harassing Hoban. Out to James. Traveled off the jab step, trying to cross it over to take us into a timeout. Under 12 minutes left here at Holy Cross. Crusaders have some work to do against Emmett Davis's Raiders.
And again, you see the field goal percentage outstanding on both sides, but the advantage to Colgate in 3-point field goals. And also, they've built up a pretty good rebounding margin right now, 24 to 15. And that, especially on the road, when you can keep teams from getting those second chance opportunities inside that lead to dunks and the crowd getting into it, that helps a lot.
And if you're pardon the play on words for Colgate, strong out of the gate tonight. Raiders on the road here at Holy Cross.
I don't know if I'm going to pardon that play. You're going to have to ask someone else for a pardon.
Keister into the low post. Jayu able to help out Pascal. So a kick to Goins and a turnover. Traveling gives it back to Colgate. That's a 6th turnover by Holy Cross.
Bowen slipped just a little bit as he tried to get started on that drive. Holy Cross now showing some full court pressure. Time becoming not really a factor, but they want to get something going here. They really haven't. They cut it to 5 at one point in the first half, 34-29, but every time they've gotten in single digits, Colgate quickly gets it back in double digits.
Yeah, the Raiders have held up very well in the second half. No signs of coming apart for Colgate. Team bidding for its 4th win overall, 2nd in the Patriot League. Pascal backs it, and he picks it up for rolls in the corner. Colgate's playing at different tempos tonight, now taking the shot clock under 10.
I don't think that's by design, though, Bob. I think it's pretty good defense by Holy Cross.
Hoban on the drive, off the glass!
And that's what you talked about with Emmett Davis and the senior. Staying cool as the clock goes down and getting a good shot.
Good hands by Jayu, though Keister got it back and put it up and in.
And there's another senior. Staying cool even though the ball was loose on the floor and getting a much-needed bucket for his team. In the Patriot League, seniors are critical, because it's not like the ACC or the Big East where the best players leave early. The best players in this league become seniors.
Often the best players are projects when they begin their collegiate careers. An offensive foul, Pascal tried to out-muscle Keister in the low post, and he got hit for another foul. That's his 3rd.
Real mental error there by Pascal, because he and Keister are pushing and shoving for position, and they're bouncing each other, and Jack Sweeney's not going to call it. But watch him put his arm out here, right there. When he put the left arm out, Jack Sweeney's right there. He's got to call it.
Just watch your left arm, fella.
I haven't touched you yet.
12-point difference.
If I do, you'll know it.
So will you. Stevens off the glass. That's a tough shot on the pretty turnaround by the sophomore.
Well, he has really improved at that as the season's gone on. Getting playing time really for the first time.
Jayu caught it from Hoban, who gets it back and bounces it off the leg of Obey-Sacra back to Colgate. So some improvising in midair by Joe Hoban.
Yeah, smart play by Hoban there, because when you throw the ball back in bounds that way under your own basket, you've got to be really careful to not throw it down to the point where it hits the court and the other guy grabs it and takes the ball. But there he knew just where he was aiming and got it right off Obey-Sacra's knee. Boom. Or excuse me, Keister's knee.
So the senior Joe Hoban has 17 tonight for Colgate. One away from his career high, scored 18 with 6 rebounds and 4 assists against Albany this season.
Hoban has a quickness advantage on Stevens there if he wants to take advantage of it.
Melville avoided the travel by getting it out to Jayu, who knocks down another from mid-range.
And that's awfully nice when your best low post player can step outside and hit a 17-footer.
Jayu now at 17 to match Hoban for Colgate. Every time Holy Cross comes up at the offensive end, Colgate has a rebuttal. Obey-Sacra backs in, size advantage, jump hook. No defense there for Hoban on that shot.
Good recognition of the mismatch, getting the ball into Obey-Sacra.
Melville on the high screen. Feeds it to Hoban, coming off a screen. Contact after the release, and a deuce for Joe Hoban.
That's a tough shot by Hoban. Coming, as you said, good screen there.
Gomes accelerating to the hole. And a quick answer for Holy Cross, back within 10.
Both teams running their offenses very effectively right now.
Catch and release, and a chance for a 4-point play. Venezia spotting up in the corner. And Obey-Sacra on the run out.
Great shot, great look on the cross-court pass, and a good call there because there's no doubt about the contact. You see it here, Obey-Sacra running at it. Well, you didn't see it there, but trying to get the block. He piled into Hoban as he released it. You'll see it here. There's the contact there, and Cooley drills the shot. Excuse me, that wasn't it.
Mike Venezia at the line for Colgate. And given a medical redshirt year after playing in only 3 games last season, suffered a fractured foot drawing a charge against TCU. That was after he had scored 17 in a loss at UConn, a close loss at UConn. 4-point play by Venezia after a 4th foul on Obey-Sacra. And as we near the 8-minute mark, 14-point lead. A block on Sterling Melville.
Melville tried to take the charge, but he just stepped to his right into the lane a little bit, and thus the call goes against him. And that's 1-1, so Holy Cross will go to the line. And at this point in the game, they must take advantage when they get fouled. Because at 8:10 left to go, down 14, you wonder if the lead stays in double digits if Emmett Davis, given the way his guards have shot the ball, especially with the shot clock down, and there's a miss, they might milk some clock here fairly soon.
Jones is one of the better free throw shooters for Holy Cross, 75% before that misfire. Comes away empty. Melville picks it up, out to Rolls. Again bailed out by Jahu. Right place, right time for Colgate.
Well, Rolls thought he got fouled there, but smart move not forcing the ball up because I don't think he was going to get that call.
Under 10 on the shot clock, and Hoban again able to keep the dribble alive and draw a foul. And a tough possession for Holy Cross. In fact, it's been tough going for the Crusaders throughout, thanks to Mike Venezia and the Colgate Raiders.
And now, who's on the free throw line?
His timing impeccable. The captain of the Crusaders, former captain of Malvern Prep in the Philadelphia area, Joe Hoban.
Philly's produced some fairly good basketball players through the years.
74% from the foul line. He now has 20 points in this game, a career high. In fact, former coach at Malvern Prep is expected to join us on our telecast Saturday from American. We'll have Lafayette, coached by a Philly guy, Fran O'Hanlon, very good player in Philadelphia, longtime coach out of the city of brotherly love. He'll lead his Leopards against Jeff Jones' American Eagles, and Fran Dunphy, longtime friend of Fran O'Hanlon.
Well, former boss of Fran O'Hanlon, and we're just hoping that Temple gets a win over St. Joseph's earlier that day, or Dunphy might not make it.
Their paths crossed as high school rivals in Philadelphia.
Dumpf was a very good basketball player, and so was Fran O'Hanlon. Played in the ABA and overseas for years.
Rebound to Hoban off the Goins miss. Colgate looking to expand a 16-point lead. Raiders shooting 57% overall. Pascal with a left hand over Keister. A rebound to Melville in the stick back.
And Melville has been a revelation in this game, coming up with not only rebound baskets, but low post baskets and turnaround jumpers, giving Jahu, along with Hoban obviously, but giving Jahu and Hoban the help they need. You need a third guy scoring.
And now Colgate changing to zone, but so tough to rebound out of a zone, and Cavatail with the rare offensive carom puts it in for Holy Cross.
Again, the point of the zone is to slow down the other team and force them to take time off the clock to get a shot. But as you said, the danger of the zone is that sometimes you give up that offensive rebound.
Rolls, cut off by Goins. Good defense.
Goins smartly asking for help, realizing that he couldn't put the ball back on the floor.
Stevens open in the corner. He can knock that shot down, and he does for three. And a timeout for Holy Cross. Little more than 6 minutes remaining at Holy Cross. Visiting Colgate leads by 13. Ray Part to the Golden Corral, hungriest player of the game, Joe Hoban.
Well, there's a surprise that he would get selected for that at this moment, given the game that he's had. He's also had several assists. But, you know, he missed the shot, Bob. Maybe if he wasn't quite so hungry, he wouldn't have missed that one shot. 8 for 9. He's had a brilliant game, and there's still 6:16 left to go.
The stuff the box score tonight for Colgate came into this game struggling in league play, shooting just 28% from the field.
He's also done a lot of ball handling against Holy Cross's pressure in the last few years.
He's made some smart decisions, giving up the ball, and even some nifty plays, saving the ball for Colgate.
Pascal got himself in trouble there being out at the high post. That's not where he should be.
And it leads to the foul on Melville. No chance to complete that high-low feed.
I just don't think that's Pascal's game. If he's going to handle the ball, he should be in the low post, whether he's going to shoot or pass it back out. I'm sure they practiced that play, but he did not react well to the defense coming at him, and it leads to a foul